What's up, guys? Welcome to Blake's Garage, another totally tubular 2-minute tool time Tuesday. Today is a review of the Harbor Freight Daytona 3-ton jack. Oh yeah, let's get down to it. So about a year ago, I did an unboxing of this Harbor Freight Daytona jack. Now this is supposed to be comparable with Snap-on's jack, which is about $850. This thing goes for right around, I think it's like $215. You can usually find it with a coupon for around $200 depending on the time. Honestly, the jack is very well made. Harbor Freight actually went into a lawsuit over this jack because it was basically a copy of that Snap-on jack. Now the thing is this jack is obviously made in China, and so was that Snap-on jack. So that's kind of what's funny about that whole scenario, is it was made in the same factory. So they actually lost the lawsuit, and Harbor Freight is still allowed to sell this. This is the DJ 3000 version of the jack. Now you guys might see some different versions in Harbor Freight that are different colors. Well, those aren't the one that you want them to buy. Actually, they're not going to have wheels with Zert fittings on them. These wheels actually have Zert fittings, and they're greased up nice and good. If you're unsure what a Zert fitting is, that's this little guy right here, which are basically grease points. Now, why that's good is you can lubricate your jack and, you know, tune it up, if you will, you know, once every year or so. Now, mine is actually working amazing. I've never had any issues with this jack. And by that, I mean, you know, putting it up, leaving the car on it. I you know, hate to say that I will actually sometimes not put a jack stand under this thing right away if I'm just swapping a tire real quick. Don't recommend that, but I actually do trust it that much that I can do that. It's got the swivel wheels in the back, all the Zert fittings right here. You can see it's gotten a little dirty in the back here. Now, I use this thing weekly, at least. I use it at least 2 times a week doing YouTube videos and stuff like that. So it actually does get a lot of use. And in that use, like I said, I've never had an issue. It lowers very, very well, very smoothly, which is one of the biggest things in my opinion with jacks. You know, when you release the handle and twist it, you want to be able to have a nice smooth control. I'll show that right now to you guys. As far as rolling up to a car, it's still honestly nice and smooth. Now, I usually have the little plate on here, but what I do like about this jack is that the little pad that it has is nice and flat. So let's give it a couple pumps. Like I said, it's still nice and smooth. Now I want to show you it lowering. So this is one-handed. Usually I'd use 2. There I go. There, now it's smooth. It was a little bit tight. Like I said, I usually use 2 hands for this. But if I want to go slow, there it goes, nice and controlled. And honestly, a really good jack. So, what has happened to this jack in that amount of time is it's got scratched up, it's got used, it's been abused. It's been left out in the sun underneath my car when I'm working on a long-term project, and it's faded. Honestly, it has faded, you know, whatever, doesn't matter. It's gotten a little beat up, but besides that, the thing has worked awesome. The other insight I can give you on this jack is my friend does use these at his tire shop, and I think he has about 4 of them. They last him about a year. Now by that, I mean they start to bleed off after about a year. They don't really use jack stands, as most tire shops don't. They kind of just pop in, you know, put your car up, take your wheels off, have your wheels off for like 10 minutes, and there's 4 jacks underneath the car. It's a pretty common occurrence. And yeah, they start to bleed out after years. So that's continuous use, who knows, 20, 30, 40, 50 times a day, something like that, pumping up a car. Trucks, SUV, cars, whatever, and he gets about a year's worth of life out of them. Now, if he buys a USA jack, which is similar, they have been honestly about the same. It's a great jack for your shop if you're thinking about getting one. And think about it, right? These are warranted. So if it starts to cut out on you after a year, guess what? You get a brand new jack. You can take it back. So I hope you liked that video, guys. That may have been longer than 2 minutes. Sorry about that. But yeah, wanted to give you a review. I highly recommend this jack. I wouldn't buy any other jack. I honestly want to buy another. I want 2. So I can jack up my car from both sides and put jack stands under it, or blocks, or whatever I need to do even quicker. I just kind of think it would be nice. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Later, and wrench on.